The concept of heaven stands as a beacon of wonder and contemplation, illuminating the diverse pathways to the divine. From the golden streets of Christian utopia to the opulent gardens of Islamic Jannah and the serene realms of Hindu Svarga, heaven's portrayal transcends borders and beliefs, weaving a tapestry of celestial landscapes across the world's major religions. In this video, we embark on a captivating exploration into the visions of heaven as outlined in Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Judaism. Each faith brings forth its unique perspective on the afterlife. We invite you to subscribe to our channel for an immersive visual experience. Don't forget to hit the like button and click on the notification bell to stay updated on the latest videos. In Christianity, the descriptions of heaven are often drawn from various biblical passages, particularly those found in the New Testament. While the Bible provides some imagery, it's important to note that descriptions are often symbolic and metaphorical, and believers interpret them in various ways. Here are some common elements associated with the Christian concept of heaven. Central to the Christian understanding of heaven is the idea of being in the presence of God. Heaven is often depicted as a place where believers experience unfiltered communion with the divine. The Book of Revelation, in particular, provides vivid and symbolic descriptions of heaven. It mentions streets made of pure gold and gates adorned with pearls. Jesus is recorded in the Gospel of John as saying, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." This has led to the idea that believers will have personalized dwelling places in heaven. Descriptions of heaven emphasize the absence of suffering, tears, and pain. It is a place of perfect peace and contentment. Christians believe in the resurrection of the dead, and heaven is seen as a place where believers are reunited with loved ones who share their faith. It is a community of saints. There are references to heavenly worship in the Bible, with angels and saints praising God continuously. Christianity teaches that believers in heaven will experience eternal life in the presence of God, with no fear of separation. It's important to remember that these descriptions are symbolic and metaphorical, intended to convey a sense of the ineffable and transcendent nature of heaven. In Islam, heaven is referred to as Jannah, and it is described in the Quran and in the Hadiths, which are sayings and actions of Prophet Muhammad. The descriptions of Jannah in Islam emphasize its beauty, luxury, and the ultimate reward for believers who have lived a righteous life. The Quran mentions gardens beneath which rivers flow, filled with fruits and shade. Believers are promised luxurious dwellings in Jannah. These are described as spacious and adorned with precious materials and furnishings. Jannah is described as a place where believers will enjoy an abundance of delicious fruits and drinks. The fruits are often mentioned as being easily accessible and available in abundance. The Quran describes the reunion of believers with their families in paradise. Believers will experience joy and contentment without any fear, sadness, or discomfort. The inhabitants of Jannah are described as being adorned with beautiful clothing and jewelry. They are promised garments of silk and gold. Believers in Jannah are promised the service of eternal young attendants who will cater to their needs. The ultimate reward in Jannah is the closeness to Allah. Believers will have the privilege of being in the divine presence and experiencing the pleasure of Allah. It's important to note that these descriptions are often metaphorical and symbolic, as human language may not fully capture the nature of the afterlife. Interpretations of these descriptions may vary among different Islamic scholars and traditions. The emphasis in Islam is on leading a righteous life and seeking the pleasure of Allah to attain the reward of Jannah in the hereafter. In Hinduism, the concept of heaven is complex as the religion encompasses a wide range of beliefs and traditions. The idea of heaven is often intertwined with the broader concept of the afterlife, cycles of rebirth, samsara, and the pursuit of liberation, moksha. In Hinduism, the term Svarga or Swarga is often used to refer to heavenly realms. Svarga is not considered the ultimate goal, as it is still part of the cycle of rebirth, but it represents a positive and enjoyable phase in the afterlife. Svarga is believed to be inhabited by devas, celestial beings or gods, who enjoy a life of pleasure and luxury. Devas are considered to be superior to humans and are associated with various aspects of the natural world. Descriptions of Svarga often include heavenly gardens, fragrant flowers, and serene environments. The weather is pleasant, and there is an abundance of natural beauty. Hindu scriptures describe Svarga as a place of enjoyment, where individuals are rewarded for their virtuous deeds. The inhabitants experience pleasures such as divine music, dance, and feasts. The concept of karma plays a crucial role in Hinduism. The experiences in Svarga are believed to be the result of accumulated positive karma from virtuous actions in past lives. Once the effects of one's positive karma are exhausted, the soul returns to the cycle of rebirth. The ultimate goal in Hinduism is to attain liberation, moksha, and break free from the cycle of birth and death. Hindu cosmology envisions multiple heavenly realms, each associated with different levels of pleasure and divine experiences. The highest realms are closer to the divine and offer greater spiritual rewards. The pursuit of moksha, or liberation from the cycle of reincarnation, is generally considered the highest goal in Hinduism, surpassing the allure of heavenly realms. In Buddhism, the concept of heaven is not central to the teachings in the same way it is in some other religions. Buddhism focuses more on the individual's journey toward enlightenment and liberation from the cycle of rebirth, samsara. However, there are descriptions of various celestial realms or heavens within Buddhist cosmology. These heavenly realms are not considered eternal and are subject to the law of impermanence. The celestial realms in Buddhism are often referred to as deva realms. Devas are divine or celestial beings who enjoy a higher state of existence than humans but are still subject to the cycle of birth and death. Buddhist cosmology describes multiple levels of deva realms, each associated with different degrees of happiness and bliss. The higher realms are characterized by more refined pleasures and longer lifespans. According to Buddhist teachings, one's actions, karma, influence the circumstances of their rebirth. Positive actions may lead to a rebirth in a heavenly realm, while negative actions may result in a lower rebirth. The deva realms are characterized by a sense of beauty, pleasure, and abundance. Devas may experience joy through celestial music, fragrant surroundings, and other divine enjoyments. Despite their elevated status, the heavenly realms are impermanent. Devas, like all beings in samsara, eventually exhaust their positive karma and may be reborn in other realms, including lower realms. While the heavenly realms represent a more comfortable existence, Buddhism emphasizes that they are not the ultimate goal. Attaining enlightenment, nirvana, and breaking free from the cycle of rebirth is considered the highest aim in Buddhist practice. The experience of the deva realms is believed to be shaped by the quality of one's mind and consciousness. Positive mental states and virtuous actions contribute to a favorable rebirth in these realms. It's crucial to understand that the concept of heaven in Buddhism is not equivalent to the eternal paradise found in some other religions. The pursuit of enlightenment and the cessation of suffering remain the primary focus in Buddhist teachings. The various realms, including the heavenly ones, are considered part of the conditioned existence and are subject to the cycle of birth and death. In Judaism, the concept of heaven is not as elaborately detailed as in some other religious traditions. The focus in Judaism is often more on righteous living in the present, rather than a detailed description of the afterlife. However, there are some concepts related to the afterlife and the world to come in Jewish thought. The Jewish concept of the afterlife is often referred to as olam haba, which translates to the world to come. This concept is mentioned in various Jewish texts, including the Talmud and Midrash. Traditional Jewish belief includes the idea of the resurrection of the dead. In the Messianic age, it is believed that the righteous will be resurrected and gathered to Israel. The idea of divine judgment is present in Jewish theology. The righteous are expected to be rewarded with closeness to God and a share in the world to come, while the wicked may face separation from God. Descriptions of the afterlife in Judaism often focus more on the spiritual aspects rather than physical details. The emphasis is on the soul's connection with God and the continuation of the individual's spiritual journey. The world to come is often associated with a reward for a life of righteousness and adherence to Jewish commandments. The emphasis is on ethical conduct and devotion to God. The concept of the Messianic age is closely tied to the world to come in Jewish eschatology. It is believed that with the arrival of the Messiah, there will be a time of peace and justice, and the righteous will experience the rewards of Olam Haba. Some Jewish texts refer to Gan Eden as a place of spiritual bliss for the righteous. It is not necessarily portrayed as a physical location, but rather as a state of closeness to God. Judaism places a significant emphasis on the importance of leading a righteous life in the present, focusing on ethical conduct and fulfilling one's responsibilities rather than a detailed description of the afterlife. As we conclude this captivating expedition into the visions of heaven across various faiths, we hope you've found inspiration in the diversity of beliefs that shape our understanding of the afterlife. Each religious tradition offers a unique tapestry of hope, promise, and eternal beauty. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. It will be highly appreciated. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening voyage. Until our next exploration, may the diverse visions of heaven inspire and resonate with you on your own spiritual journey.